Pneumafill Corporation is pleased to introduce a new concept in filtration for airstreams containing fibrous dust. Pneumafill's EverClean Rotary Pleated Belt Filter combines for the first time ever high-efficiency pleated membrane media with high-efficiency offline media cleaning. Until now, you had to choose between the advantages of surface loading type filters or mat building type filters. Surface loading filters include bag, cartridge, HEPA, and membrane filters. They provide high-efficiency filtration, but there are drawbacks. The only practical way to clean the filter media is to backflush them with reverse airflow or pulse. A portion of the dust removed in this manner ends up right back on the media. And non-pleated media requires large filter housings. Mat building filters include condensers, rotary drums, paper roll-ups, rotary discs, and V-cell or panel-type filters. This type of filter relies on a mat of collected dust to provide adequate efficiency. Mat building filters provide high-efficiency filtration once the mat is built up, and their capacity is high for the filter size, but again, there are drawbacks. They allow dust to pass through just cleaned areas. For this reason, they often require an after-filter. Pneumafill's EverClean provides the advantages of both surface loading and mat building filters, without the disadvantages of either. Here's how the EverClean Rotary Pleated Belt Filter works. The EverClean uses specially designed pleated membrane filter media, which is formed into an endless belt that is looped between two pulleys. This is called a filter cell. Dirty air passes through the filter belt to the area inside the loop. The air, which is now clean, then exits out the back. Larger fibers collect on the outside of the pleats, while smaller particles build up on the surface between pleats. When the pressure drop reaches the high set point, the belt begins rotating around the pulleys like a conveyor. At the same time, a stationary suction plenum underneath the cell is activated. As the belt moves around the lower pulley, the pleats open up and airflow through the media is blocked, allowing the pleats to be vacuumed easily. Here is an actual view of the cleaning process in action. For the first time, thorough suction cleaning of pleated media is possible. The cleaning mechanism never touches the media. Therefore, there are no nozzles to adjust and no wear on the media. Filter cells are arranged in the housing parallel to the airstream. The number of cells, their height, and their depth determine the capacity of the filter, allowing the EverClean to be tailored to your requirements. The EverClean's unique operating principle translates into significant benefits for you. The EverClean requires less space for a given capacity than any other self-cleaning air filter. For example, this EverClean filter can handle the same amount of fibrous, dust-filled air as 3 of these pulse jet bag filters, which use surface loading type media. To compare the EverClean with a mat building filter, this EverClean will outperform this tandem rotary drum filter. The EverClean also offers cost savings in many ways, depending on the application. It can eliminate the need for a pre-filter or an after-filter. It can reduce air turnover rate, lowering total air handling system requirements. It lowers installation costs because it requires less space, comes pre-assembled and wired, and has no special floor requirements. Maintenance costs are low because it is mechanically simple, with all moving parts on the clean side. And the cleaning mechanism never touches the media. Now that we've covered the EverClean's unique concept and its many benefits for your operation, let's look at the EverClean in more detail. This media is tightly pleated for maximum surface area and stiffened to keep its shape. pleat edges are sealed against dust blow-through. The pleats are bonded to a substrate to form the filter belt. The belt is held in place by high-strength Velcro. Filter cells are comprised of the filter belt, support frame, pulleys, timing belts, and drive mechanism. The support frame is constructed of high-quality aluminum extrusions and castings, which are riveted and screwed together to form a strong unitized frame. At each end, machined aluminum rollers rotate on permanently lubricated bearings, which are retained on heavy-duty steel shafts. Each filter cell is driven by a direct drive gear motor mounted on the clean side of the filter. Cells are secured to the filter housing by spring clips and can be removed quickly and easily for media changeout. In fact, a filter cell changeout takes only about 10 minutes. The media cleaning system begins with slots in the floor underneath each filter cell. Each slot leads to a suction plenum. Fiber and dust pulled off the media and floor are carried rearward and up through a duct to a diaphragm valve on the clean side of the filter. The valve is a simple, reliable device with only one moving part, the diaphragm. Specially designed for fibrous dust streams, it is virtually uncloggable and unaffected by chemical buildup. Dust and fiber then flow into a header and out through the filter's roof to an evacuation fan. Controls for the EverClean are very simple, allowing automatic operation without operator intervention. In the unlikely event of a controller failure, a manual selector switch allows continued operation by hand. PLC and timer-based controls are also available. The filter housing is of bolted steel panel construction with an integral steel base for forklift site installation. The filter is normally shipped assembled, fully wired and tested, and it does not require a smooth floor or elaborate leveling. For outdoor installations, the EverClean can be provided with a weatherproof housing, which is constructed with UV-stabilized insulated fiberglass panels. Every Pneumafill filter is backed by a trained staff of installation and service technicians. Pneumafill also maintains a production-size EverClean filter in our test center for evaluation. We invite you to come see how the EverClean filter performs on your dust. For over 50 years, Pneumafill has been a leader in air filtration and conditioning technology, particularly in the textile, wood products, and grain industries. The special capabilities of the new EverClean Rotary Pleated Belt Filter now allow us to also serve the paper and nonwovens industries. At Pneumafill, innovation is in the air.